Hello everyone, my name is Ming Chi and we are from Group 1. The presenters for today are Jivan, Ethan, Najib and Junwei. The topic we will be presenting is in-text citation. An in-text citation is a reference made within the body of text of an academic essay. In-text citation plays an important role in writing academic essay as it gives enough information to uniquely identify the source in the reference list. Without any further ado, let's start our presentation.
Before we go into the in-text citations, we first talk about the types of in-text. So it's divided into two here that we are talking about, which is paraphrase and quotations. For paraphrase is used to show what you understand what the author wrote. You must completely reword the passage using your own words. Changing a few words here and there isn't considered paraphrasing. Paraphrase in-text citation includes author's last name and year of publication. As for quotation is a sentence or passage taken directly from a source. To identify a quote, you place quotation marks around the selected passage. Quotations in-text citation includes author's last name, year of publication, and page number. That's all from me. Thank you.
After learning the two types of in-text citation, which are paraphrase and quotation, we can apply both into two forms, which are parenthetical and narrative. So, parenthetical is the form that apply after the text, and narrative is the form before we write the text. So next, quotation can be applied in both parenthetical and narrative form. Okay, so for parenthetical, our text from the resource is written in a quotation. Then we open with a parenthesis and we write the author's name followed by a comma, the published year, and then the page number. Then we close by a parenthesis and a full stop. Then for narrative, we start by using the author's name and then the published year and proceed with a verb such as mention that, explain that, wrote that, or any other verb. Then we open the quote and write our text. After that, we close the quote. Then we include the page number inside the parentheses and a full stop. Next, paraphrase also can be applied in both parenthetical and narrative. So for parenthetical, we write our text, and after that, we open a parenthesis, we include the author's name and the publisher, and close the parenthesis, followed by a full stop. For narrative, we start by using the author's name and the publisher, and proceed with the verb such as mention that, explain that, wrote that, or any other verb. Then the text is written. So after that, please remember that page number is not needed when using paraphrase.
So my name is Muhammad Najib and I will be explaining about the in-text citation format. So for the in-text citation format, we have several types for authors, so one author, two authors, or three or more, for the parenthetical and narrative format. So for the one author parenthetical format, we include the author's name followed by a comma and then followed by the year of the article published. And then for the narrative, we only put the year in the bracket and then the author's name is outside. So for the next one is for the two authors, and then we put the author's name, the two authors' name followed by n in between, comma, followed by the year. And then for the narrative, it's just the same as before, but we don't put the authors' names in the brackets, such as this one, Fung and Lai, is not in the bracket. So what about for three or more authors? We put the author's name followed by et alia, which means and others, followed by a comma and the year. And then for the narrative, it's almost the same. It is as the same as before. The author's name, Fung, et alia, and then followed by the year in bracket. So for the non-author type, we use the source title. So give the first few words of the title, And then for article, web page or book chapter, we enclose the title in double quotation, such as this one, the US flood risk is in quotation followed by the year. And then for periodicals, book brochure and reports, we italicize. So such as this one, Thinking Fast and Slow is italicized and then comma followed by the year. So I think that's it for me. I will pass on to the next person.
Greetings everyone, I'm So Jun Wei and I will be presenting on how to do in-text citation on institutions and websites. I believe after hearing the explanation from my group mates, surely you are already familiar with basic in-text citation of APA format, right? Turns out, in-text citation for institutions and websites are not so different from the previous ones. Right, so over here we have an example of the text that we want to cite in our article. For institution, you would cite by starting with a bracket, followed by the institution or organization name in full. Open a square bracket where inside contains the abbreviation for the institution name. Close the square bracket followed by a comma. Then the date of the publication in years. Finish the citation by a closing bracket and don't forget the period. Note that in the subsequent citations, you may cite using the abbreviations instead of the full-length institution name. How neat is that? Next up, we have in-text citation for a website. Let's start by citing paraphrased website articles. The information that you will need is the author's name, or if that's nowhere to be found, use the website's name. Also, you will need the date of publication as well. Use no date if the date of publication is unavailable to you. The following is an example of in-text citation for paraphrased sentence. Start with a bracket, the website name, comma, date of publication, and end with an ending bracket as well as a period. In-text citation for a quotation is slightly different. In addition to the previous information, you will also need to include the paragraph number of the article you are referencing. Take a look at this example. The sentence is enclosed in double quotes. Then we start by the opening bracket, website name, comma, date of publication. Then we put the word para indicating paragraph, dot, followed by a dot. 2 indicates that the text is from paragraph 2 of the website article. Finally, end with a closing bracket and then a period. That's it from me. Thank you.
That's all from us. Feel free to leave any question in the chat room. Thanks for watching.